Alright, this is my Portland architecture slideshow, and I'll start with this building I saw while I was riding my bike across a bridge, and I realized halfway across the bridge that I'd forgotten to take any pictures while I was in downtown. So I quickly stopped and zoomed in on a few, so this one's a little bit blurry, but the next ones aren't that bad. This one I saw was very symmetrical. It's hard to see in this picture because I was on a bridge far away, but if you're looking at it from straight on the right side, it would be very symmetrical. You could draw a line and it would go straight down, and both sides would be almost like a mirror image of each other. So I thought this one was pretty cool to look at, actually, with all its glass and reflections. Another example of symmetry I found was actually on the same bridge. It's that building in the back. I'll zoom in on it, but that one also had pretty good symmetry compared to those two structures on the right, which are pretty asymmetrical from this point of view. Because if you drew a line down the center of those, it'd be kind of off. But yeah, that one in the back has really good symmetry as well. Another time I was downtown, I saw two examples of a cornice, as it was called by Dr. Connolly. And the cornice is that little hanging piece. I'll zoom in on it. Uh, Up there on the top of the building, kind of gives it a nice little overlay. It looks rather looks good on both of these buildings. The next one is right here. This one, they were both very close to each other, so I thought maybe it was like a design of the area it was in. I'm pretty sure this was the Pearl District. I am pretty sure about that. But they looked very nice. I also like the brick hanging out there. I think that, yeah, it looks like very small bricks that were placed like that. But yeah, that cornice up top, but definitely topped it off well on both those buildings. These next two buildings, I saw. This one is in the Pearl District. The one that comes after it is a little bit outside, a few blocks in the direction towards school. But I saw this one, and I immediately was kind of like struck by the vertical layout of those tiles and the way the windows are all shaped in one. It like really stood out. It was like a powerful building. I was like, I gotta get a picture of that. So I took a picture really quick. This next one is kind of the opposite. It still struck me. This was more towards the latter part of my trip when it was nighttime, but it struck me in a different way. It was very horizontal and kind of like almost blend in with the background, which is just the night sky before the light rain started. But I really enjoyed the horizontal lines it had. Almost it was layered. Like it has a pattern as well because the big white layers are pretty evenly spaced out with the small white streaks in them. And I thought that looked really nice to my eye. One of the last things I took a picture of, well, I guess it wasn't one of the last ones, but here's one of the last images I'm presenting on, is this one here. I wasn't quite sure what this building was because I didn't walk around it to see, but I saw this part of it, which reminded me immediately of those Roman arches pictures Dr. Connolly showed us. I thought it was odd though because it seemed almost the opposite, like uh, where the bottom, where the arch is usually open to walk through, is filled in. But they kind of use this one as a almost like a pediment instead, which I thought was kind of cool. Instead of using it as a typical arch as it's supposed to be used. But yeah,